I just wrecked this paint job. All right, guys, well, luck was on our side. We have got some good weather here in Florida this week, which means we are back in the paint booth today. We are about to spray some color on the C10 that we showed you guys how to prep last week. I do want to point out a couple of things, though, before we get going. Whoever take this thing off before and did the bodywork and the primer on it,
Didn't do too hot.
pretty bad tape lines in some places. So, if that throws off the look of the paint job, it wasn't my fault. But we've started running some of our own tape lines, as you guys can see, nice and tight right across there, looking good. So we're running our main tape lines, which is basically gonna be our border. Then we're gonna come back in with some paper and some drop cloths and stuff. And then we'll basically tape that to the tape so that our lines are nice and crisp. Everything's covered, we're good to go. A little bit tricky on the door jambs here. Don't pay attention to this. We're gonna try to do something with that also because for whatever reason, the weather strip was held in with double-sided tape and caulk. Not sure why.
Yeah, that's a first for me.
Was first for me too. But anyway, we're getting pretty close on this. Once we get all these main tape lines ran, that's the time-consuming part. Then we're gonna throw up all this paper, get everything covered, and then we're gonna be spraying some sealer over the entire thing, which then has to sit for a little while. We'll explain that process once we get there. But we need to get some openings and some windows covered. Let's get to it. All right, guys, so it's the next day, and you can see right here, we have this entire truck taped off, and which means it is ready to be sprayed. So there's a few things I need to get out of here. Basically, this paint job is gonna happen in a few steps. What I'm gonna do is go ahead and bring my gun in here with some sealer. We're gonna spray this entire thing with sealer. And sealer is basically, it's essentially a primer, but it's not a primer, if that makes sense. What it'll do is it'll level out some of this stuff, but it's gonna give me one solid color to spray my base coat over the top of, so that way the color is uniform and I don't have my base coat trying to cover up this light green plus this dark green plus this silver, and that way I have one nice uniform cover or uniform color on my base coat. So that way we don't have any issues, and if there's any minor sanding scratches, it'll fill that in too. So that's why I like to use sealer. I guess that's its intended use, but that's what I've always used it for, and it has worked out very well for me up to this point. So that's gonna be the first step. Everything is already wiped down with my favorite glass cleaner, the Sprayway foaming glass cleaner. I usually like to wipe everything down with that. It just seems to clean clean the metal very well. It seems to clean the truck very well. So got it all wiped down with that. I'm gonna go mix up my sealer, come back. The last thing we're gonna do before we spray that is take our tack cloth, which is basically a sticky rag. We're gonna run it over it and just make sure there's no dust, no dirt, no anything like that stuck to it, and get all of that stuff off. And then we're gonna get this joker in one color, let it sit a little while, and then we're gonna spray some more color. So let's go mix up and see. All right, guys, well, I did 3 good wet coats of sealer on this truck, and that way it pretty much hides all of those transitions between some of that sandy stuff. And this thing, let me go ahead and tell you, not absolutely perfect because I was not supposed to do all the body work on here. I was basically supposed to sand it and spray it, and for the price that I gave this guy, I told him I would do 6 to 8 hours of body work, which is gonna be eaten up absolutely on those doors. And overall, this thing's pretty straight, and basically he wants a nice driver, something that looks good going down the road. He's not looking for anything show quality or absolutely perfect or anything like that. So that's gonna be just fine. I will say, I am not 100% sure what is under that paint. I did not dig that far. I was not supposed to dig that far, and I was a little scared to dig that far because I have noticed in some places, there's a lot of spray foam. I don't know how much rust has been filled with spray foam, and that scares the ever-loving daylights out of me. So I didn't do much digging because I was afraid if I started digging, this stuff was gonna fall apart. So I didn't do that. But everything looks pretty decent with 3 wet coats of clear. So we're good there. So what my game plan is, because it's starting to get late in the evening, and at night, whenever I'm painting out here, and it's dark outside and I have the lights on, it starts attracting bugs. And bugs and paint, bad deal. So what I'm gonna do is go ahead and spray our green base color, go ahead and get everything covered, and then I'm gonna let it sit until tomorrow because, and somebody may correct me if I'm wrong, but when you spray clear on the base coat, it actually chemically reactivates the base coat, therefore causing it to grab and bond, as where base coat actually goes on mechanically. So that's kind of where I'm at with that. So I'm gonna spray all of our green base coat, get that good and covered, get it looking good, and then we'll come back here tomorrow. That way all the base coat is good and dry, and we don't have to worry about anything when we actually tape for our second color. So that will actually help a lot. So I'm gonna spray it tonight. We'll be back tomorrow, tape everything, paint the top color, and then clear this thing. And this thing, I think, is gonna look really, really good. But with that said, I'm gonna go mix up this green. I'm gonna see how this thing looks and hope for the best. All right, guys, that is 3 good wet coats of base coat right there. And everything's looking really, really good. Much better than I thought it would. And if you guys remember here a little bit back in the video, I told y'all that if something goes wrong, that it's real. It's not staged, and I don't fake anything. Well, I got a little bit of an issue. And that issue is right here on this fender. And if you can tell right there, that paint is kind of starting to crack a little bit. And that sucks real bad. Because if I clear it like it is, you'll see it. But I can fix it. And I have fixed it a couple of times. And I'm not 100% sure what causes that, but I've had it happen on a couple different paint jobs. Not many, just, 2 or 3. And what I basically did was I would give this time to dry, like 20, 30 minutes, something like that. And then I would take my good old 600 grit, wet, and I would just sand that spot, and then I would clean it real good, and then I would basically just dust my base coat back on there until it's good and covered, and then I'll do one solid coat, not wet, but one good dust coat over the entire panel just to make sure that everything is nice and blended. So that's what I'm gonna do there, and I also have one little spot it looks like, no, never mind, I'm good. I thought there was one little spot there on the back of the cab, but it didn't. So basically, that's what I'm gonna do right here. I'm just gonna take my whole 600 here, just run over it real light. I'm not gonna try to rub the paint off or anything like that. I'm gonna try to sand it flat and try to sand that out the best I can. And then I'll dust it over. Probably what the best thing to do would be to stop right here, just strip everything back down and start over. But this has worked for me in the past, and I've done it on my personal cars, and I've never had an issue. Never had paint flake off, never anything. So everything worked really well when I fixed it this way. So that's what I'm gonna do again. And then I'll dust the base coat on here, and then we're gonna be done with the green and ready for the second color tomorrow. So let's get to fixing this thing. Alrighty, guys, well, there you go. That's what it looks like after we sanded that back, and then I just dusted it over it till it was pretty much covered, and then I just went over the entire panel just to even everything out. So now the whole truck is even and green, so I'm done with it for tonight. And then I have to drive to Gainesville in the morning, which is about a 3.5 hour drive from where I'm at. to go pick up some parts for our Chevelle, which I'll tell you guys about a little bit later. And then we'll be back tomorrow. I'm gonna go ahead and run my tape line for the top because our top is gonna be silver down behind the drip rails. And we're gonna come around right there with a thin tape line, and then we'll just drop some paper and stuff. And then we're gonna paint that top. It's called coarse silver. So I haven't seen it, but I think it has bigger flake in it. I'm not 100% sure, but we'll see that tomorrow. And then after that, we'll pretty much just take that paper off and we'll be able to clear coat the entire thing, and then the body of the truck will be done. And then obviously I still have some prep work to do on these other parts to get those sprayed and all that. But unfortunately I didn't have enough room to paint everything in here with this truck blown apart and just with all the huge panels and stuff. So anyway, I'm hoping I get to do everything in this video, but at the very least, the body is gonna be painted and we're gonna see the color scheme on this thing. But anyway, that's it for tonight, and then we'll be back out here, back to work tomorrow. All right, guys, well, it's the next day out here. I went ahead, got this entire thing taped up, and this looks like absolute crap, so just don't pay attention. But we had to cover the entire truck just for this little bit. And I know I said that I was going to leave the outside of this green, but whenever I ran the tape lines, I realized that I'm not going to be able to get the edge that I want because it's going to wrap over. It's just going to look weird. So it was easier for me just to run the line across the bottom of there and then paint the face of these the silver. So we're ready for silver now that everything is covered. We've got our line ran across there, so all that's going to be silver. So we're going to go ahead and mix up our silver, get it sprayed, get it covered. It's going to sit a few minutes. We're going to take all of this extra stuff off and then clear the entire truck. So this thing's going to be looking real good here in a few minutes. I'm anxious. I'm excited to see the color, and I'm excited to see the combo. So let's get after it. All right, guys, well, there you have it. This thing is officially two-toned. Really, really happy with that crisp line that we got across the back here. And like I said, I know I was going to tape it a certain way, but I just wasn't getting the tape line that I wanted. So I kind of pivoted plans just a little bit, and I ran my tape line so that it was even with the top of the bed, and that's pretty much where our transition is going to be. I want to show you guys real quick, too, on the bottom side of these drip rails. Actually, I'll just turn it around. On the bottom side of these drip rails, the way that I taped that off, that worked out absolutely perfect and looks actually really, really good. So I'm super happy with that. This down here, that's just a little bit of dust. The only thing that I have to do is actually grab my tack rag and just wipe everything down. It'll get all that dust and all of any metal flake from the silver that got in the air and floated around. It'll wipe all of that off. And then with clear coat, we'll lock everything down, and this joker is going to be super, super shiny. And then all we'll have left is the other little parts. So I'm fixing to go in there and mix up and clear because I am anxious to see how this joker looks completely glossed out. I'm pretty stoked about this. This is turning out to be the best two-tone paint job I've ever done so far. Like I said, I've learned a lot over the years, and I've picked up on a few things. I have done some things that really did not work out well for me. I've done some things that really worked out well for me, and then I just took those things that worked out well for me and started, applying them to every paint job, and eventually maybe I'll have enough things that have worked out really well that I apply all of them, and then I get absolute quality paint jobs. So anyway, that said, like I said, this thing looks absolutely great. I'm super happy with that transition, super happy with the line. Everything is nice and straight, so I am really excited to see it under clear. So that's what I'm going to do now. Go mix up some clear. We're going to come back. We're going to get 3 nice wet coats of clear on this joker. She's going to be super, super glossed out and looking good. Well, guys, I set my camera up to film the clear coat process, hit time lapse, walked away, and my phone died. So I missed all of that. But we now have 3 wet coats of clear on this thing. And it's really unfortunate that the camera wasn't on because I just wrecked this paint job. I don't know if you can see all that. It's actually kind of cleared up a little bit now. The whole panel did look like that, but luckily some of it's come out. Out of nowhere, my gun started spitting water. And it did it on both the driver's side and the passenger side, but somehow I managed to be able to salvage most of it. The good news is it didn't get the fenders and it didn't get the cab. So the bed's already unbolted. So if it comes down to it, and I absolutely have to, I can re-clear this bed and should still be okay. So there's 2 options to fix this. I can actually take this time to see how good I can be with a buffer and try to buff it all out. Or since I still have to paint the hood and the doors and a couple other parts, I still have to mix up more clear, which would be option B, just sand it all back down and re-clear it. That's going to be the easiest thing, but you know, whatever. But overall, guys, I don't know if you can tell, but this truck did lay out. It laid out pretty slick, and it looks really, really good. That color combo with that peacock green, with that coarse silver, I was a little concerned about that. That coarse silver has a whole bunch of metal flake in it, and it's actually pretty good sized metal flake. And I was a little worried about how it was going to lay out and if I was going to be able to get it even, but there are no streaks in it. There's nothing. I mean, it looks absolutely phenomenal. And so the truck's turning out good. I think the customer's going to be very, very happy with it. I am going to fix the few issues that there are, but overall, compared to what we got, this thing is actually looking really, really, really good. And I guess I should throw in there, somebody has been watching this video the whole time, mad as all get out, because I didn't paint that front bed rail right there. I have a good reason. I do have a good reason, and I'll tell you that reason right now. Because this truck, after we get through with all the paint and all that good stuff, is getting a full color matched green bed liner spray in that we're going to be doing, like I said, after we get the whole thing sprayed and put back together. So that's why I didn't spray that, and I also needed a step to be able to get up on the roof because I'm a short guy, and it's just easier that way. So that's why the front bed rail didn't get painted, so don't be mad at me. I had a good reason. I was hoping to be able to get everything painted this week, but unfortunately, due to some stuff that came up and some very, very personal things that I won't burden you guys with, I was unable to spend as much time out here in the shop. After a particularly bad shift at work, I needed to come home and I needed to just be. I needed to just let myself relax. I'll leave that at that. I'm good now. We're back in the shop. Unfortunately, that brings us to Thursday night, and my shift this week is Friday, Saturday, so that means I'm going into work tomorrow, and you guys are seeing this video on Saturday. But truck's turning out good. I hate we didn't get as much done as we were going to, but that's all right, because that can lead me into next week, and you guys might actually get a rust repair video anyway. So anyway, this thing's turning out great. I'm really happy with it. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you check out that one right there, because YouTube thinks it'd be the best thing for you to watch next. And hit that subscribe button so you don't miss anything. And we'll catch you on the next one. Deuces.